Sounds gross.
Go Kart Brothers.
Go Kart Brothers. Go Kart Brothers.
Go Kart Brothers.
Go Kart Brothers.
Yay! They like guns. Why do y'all like guns so much?
I don't know. I was going to
So
ask the same
weird.
question. Why?
I actually don't. I kind of think it's insensitive in terms of the, current stuff of
Jesus, Jason.
stuff. So,
Sorry, sometimes it just pop out.
yeah.
Like, ah!
Yeah, fucking hurricanes with guns suck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I do look pretty sweet there, though. Slurms. Listen, that's so bad.
That is really bad. If there's anyone that doesn't own a gun,
I do
more,
like
it's
that
Slurms.
photo, though. I'm Slurms!
What is that photo from?
Ah!
What is the original photo of?
Laser! That's so dumb.
Alright,
bullets.
Okay, that's so dumb, but I'm really into that. That's so
Steve?
bad. Okay, no, wait. Put it back out there. No,
I wanna know what
put it back out there.
Oh, no, I want to know what the original picture's from.
I really want to know, okay, look at the sleeves on his arm.
I don't care. I want to
Pinstripes.
know.
Look at my hands. I've got to
Steve.
have a huge dick.
That's a baller suit.
That's the other picture.
I love that.
I was
I
gonna put that
gotta
picture
have.
in.
Anyway, sleeve. Steve, what is the original picture from?
When were you holding a gun like that?
No.
I think it's from when I went to the craft store with my daughter and I had a pair of angel wings
You
on.
pulled a gun out on somebody?
Yeah.
Is that where it's from, Brent? Where's
And
it
then I
from?
robbed the place.
It was on, I think, Facebook somewhere. Or Twitter, maybe.
Probably because I don't get on
Twitter,
Facebook.
It was one of those.
I would love to see the original of that.
It's on my tweet or.
Well, that's a
We'll
long
find
way to
it.
look.
Just
Oh, jeez.
look in media on
So if you go to twitter.com/_slurms and
Yeah.
dig through his media, you could see the original photo, I guess.
It's worth
That is
it.
messed up. Is it? I'm not going to do it.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah, you are. You're going to do it.
15 Helens agree.
Nope.
Totally worth it. So how the effing have y'all been?
Oh my god. So, okay, it is October. Last time we released a show was in August. Last time we recorded a show was in September. We have been
Professional.
yeah, but that's okay because sometimes, you need a break.
We deserved a break.
A little bit.
Well, we've all been busy with various things.
Things.
And I'm still alive. So that's
Yeah,
good.
Steve's been trying to keep himself
Steve's
alive.
been alive.
Like Shannon and I have been grabbing drinks, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Brent's
Yeah.
been in Orlando.
Yeah.
What
Brent, what
up?
are you doing?
We're all trying to
in
stay
Orlando.
alive.
Let's cover each person one at a time. Brent, how was Orlando?
Orlando was Orlando. It was all
Yeah.
by myself, so there were some good things. And
No
some bad
family?
things.
Wait, no family went with you?
It was for work, and it was kind of last
Are you
minute.
serious?
So, yeah, because they have a convention
Wait.
every year called
I'm so
AstroCon.
effing jealous. Are you freaking serious? That was not a family trip?
No, it was a work trip. I had to work.
Oh
I was
my
working all week.
God.
I was streaming. I was live streaming the convention.
How many herps did you get?
Herps?
Yeah.
I don't.
On a scale of 0 to herps.
One for each nut.
Ooh.
Just 2 herps.
There's no cure, buddy. You're gonna have to confess to that shit.
Oh well. I'll confess to it.
It was
I don't know
worth
what that
it.
means.
So worth it.
But I'll tell you what, if you want to do Orlando or Universal, go by yourself because they have
Yes!
a single rider line. It's not only that it was
Oh, man.
not many people because it was the Halloween event, it was a solo line. So you're like, see all you suckers, this is better than the Fast Pass, you morons.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Even if you go with a
Family's the
friend,
worst. Yes.
just go like 20 seconds behind each other in the single rider's line. Do your family that way. All 4 of you. Just look, 20 seconds, you go, and then we'll meet up. Just slowly walk to the
you don't really
end.
talk on the ride anyway.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, it's true.
So
yeah.
that's my tip.
Genius. Totally genius
Single
tip.
rider.
And I approve. Stamp
Mhm.
approval.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How about y'all? What y'all been doing? Well, I've been partying it up in Orlando.
Well, I played video games. I did. If no one's gonna, I played Guild Wars 2, and I bought the new expansion,
Mhm.
and I
Cool.
realized that I bought the last expansion and didn't know it,
Oh,
and I realized I never finished the first storyline in the original game. So I thought, why don't I do some of that? So I've been working on that like crazy balls, and I did that a lot. But I'm also working full time and getting my master's degree, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. And so that is why I am always a proponent for let's not do a podcast because mommy needs a night.
Yeah,
Um,
understandable.
yeah, but I will say, like, I'm going to school and it is something I really enjoy. I'm getting a master's degree in children's literature, and it is fantastic and wonderful, and I'm studying lots of fandoms and stuff, so it's something I love, so I really enjoy the work, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So, and were you off for the summer and you're starting back up, or is this like the ending
Yes,
of the summer?
because
Okay.
Masters in Children's Lit is a small program at the university I'm going to, and from what I understand, it's not exactly a program that's offered at a lot of places, so it tends to be a smaller program anyway. So they don't have enough people in it to offer classes year round where I'm at. So I would like to get done faster, but I can only really wallow in one class at a time.
Yeah, I kind of have to wait around for the class to be available. and-
Yeah, because I can't really go full time. And I actually was thinking about going full time next semester, like just starting like crank it up. And a woman in the classes, she told me that she's like, okay, I'm a mom of 2. I don't work, and I take the full time class, which is actually just one more class that I take a semester, because it's only two classes is full time, one class is half time. And she's like, I take the 2 classes, and she's like, I can barely keep up. She's like,
Wow.
with being a mom and doing that, she's like, I don't know how I would have any time for a job. She's like,
But she's probably a good mom, so I mean, she's got that going for her.
That's true.
One
But she
of
has
them good moms.
yeah, maybe.
But
Maybe.
the important question is there a portal in your classroom, like where you sit? Can you hit an ingress portal?
No, because my professor that I have this semester, and she's the same lady I had last semester, she is anti-electronics, so you cannot have any type of tablet or laptop or phone open during class because it takes away from the class discussion.
I bet she says, "Man, I was born in the right era." Like, I fucking hate.
She's
technology.
actually like probably about the same age as me. Like and I actually do agree with her. Like, it's not a note-taking type of class; it's more of a discussion type of class. So yeah, it does make sense. Sorry.
It's okay. It's
No.
your loss.
Yeah, sorry.
And Slurms, you're still alive, so that's a bonus.
I am still living.
Do you want to give a
for
morbid
now.
cancer update?
Sure. I've been doing chemo, and it's not really doing much. So, my current doctor's kind of at the end of the road with me. He said, "Get the fuck out of here."
And you said that's my line.
He's a big podcast listener.
He is a big podcast listener. He's our financial backer. But no. So I am going down to Texas beginning of next month to see what they can do for me.
What
But,
state do you live in?
I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm going to Houston, Texas.
Does your insurance cover that?
Not necessarily the travel, no.
No. I was thinking I do a live stream that is for donations to suicide prevention. What if we did some sort of No, okay.
Nah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
but the important question is, so you're going on the 4th? Was that?
Yeah, like the 5th.
So
and then
you
I'll
know-
be there.
The craziest thing is there's an ingress anomaly happening in Houston that weekend.
He doesn't play.
Oh, well, I
doesn't
know,
play.
but if I can talk my family into letting me go, I could drive there.
That would be
Like, are you
fun
gonna
for
be there
you
by
too.
yourself?
You could
Are
get
you,
Most
the whole
likely.
family going? Okay.
No,
you
just
could
me.
get cancer cured, and he could play Ingress.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we'd
That'd
be in
be-
the same
that'd be really
town while I
cool
play
for you,
Ingress.
Slurms.
See, I'll
What?
use the cancer.
That'd be
your
really
cancer
cool
card.
for you.
It'd be so awesome for me.
Yeah,
But Brent's there to have fun.
yeah. He'd be like so happy.
Yeah, man, it's so great being
That
down
would-
here.
Let's go
And it will
capture
save me
this.
money because I'll just sleep
And
in
you're
your
like,
hotel
I'm
room.
just trying to stay alive.
Yep. All right, you go have fun getting your blood drawn and getting shot through a
I'm
scanner.
gonna go have this doctor tell me there's nothing he can do for me.
No, I've got
Oh,
both
God!
keys. I've got both keys.
That's
Just
not
in-
till Thursday, Jason.
Oh, okay, you got
Yeah, they
plenty
have
of
to
time.
run the port, like the tests or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The lab work
That
has
takes a
to get
couple
done.
days.
It would be kind of nice to have a friend, right? There,
Sure.
no, if your family
Just in
can't make it.
general. Just to be able to have a friend.
That'd be kind of cool
Now
if you had
it's
like the
getting sad.
overexcited friend who's just so pumped. Might help offset all your sadness.
All
That's
right.
my personal hype man for my cancer.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I was in class, and the professor, like one of her friends, works at a cancer treatment center in Texas, and another girl, she knew of the cancer treatment center. She's like, Texas is like the hub of curing
Mhm.
cancer. It
Yeah,
is the
MD
mecca
Anderson.
where you go, and they
Yep.
just cure your freaking cancer.
That's
So
not exactly how it works, but yeah.
no, that's what
It
they
is.
said.
I think you go
You,
into the
you
state,
hit city limits, and you're like, "Fuck, it's gone."
or
They
they've
blow
got
it out
so
of you.
many guns that you end up getting shot, and it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah,
so.
cancer guns. They shoot you with cancer guns. It's gone.
Yeah, MD Anderson is based in Houston, and it's the #1 cancer research and treatment center in the world. So
See, they got it.
it's
They
big
got
shit.
this
They have
locked
a
down.
they have a team for gastrointestinal cancer, which is what I have, and that's like kind of more of a rare cancer. So
So how long are you going to be
So
there?
you might walk in there, and they might be like, "Holy shit!" It's like
no,
You're
Christmas
fucked.
to them.
no, they're
No,
gonna.
it's-
You're
no,
no,
it's
it's
like-
gonna look at like this is easy. This is like freaking eating cake
Right,
for us.
I'm
Like
saying,
so
they're so
dumb.
excited to cure this.
Oh my god, you're so easy.
at,
You're
at
like
the
a
very
Cancer slut to them.
at the very least, I'm a interesting enough case that they'll be very eager to see what they can do for data.
Well, make them pay for
Yeah.
that shit.
No,
Right?
I'm well.
Yeah.
But insurance is for
I
it.
know you're going to save my life, but we
That
got to work
was-
something out here because you're getting some data.
It really helps, like, kind of point out how advanced medicine can get, because almost everything that's normal, like any provider can fix. It's like when you get into those rare type of diseases like you have, where it's, you start to realize,
But-
oh no, it's not just anybody. Like there is a bunch of brains in this area.
Sure.
who-
Studying
it's,
this. Yeah.
it's just kind of weird. Yeah.
When our son has special issues when he was born, they were telling us like really he was on the cusp of kids surviving. And now, 13 years later, it's like, no, kids don't die from this. Like it makes so many advances from these
Yep.
learning experiences.
But he's
Yeah.
it's kind of been said around me enough that like with cancer, it's like every 2 years, like if every 2 years something major happens with research,
So
and
just stick with the 2 years, lazy ass.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm 1 year in. See if we can get another one.
Round up.
The crew.
Ah.
Anyways, that's my update. It's a fun one. Other than that, like on the more brighter side of things, I've been playing a shit ton of Guild Wars 2, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
I had a hell of a time because, like, I had Guild Wars,
Mhm.
and then, like, I buy the stupid expansion. I didn't know where to go. Like, it was, like, really random, so I just kept following my same storyline.
Mhm.
And then you told me, like, no, go and do the one thing, get your raptor. Okay, but if you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't know that. I feel like some of the in-game like information is lacking because I
Yeah,
also
it's-
have access to a glider, but they didn't really like they were like, oh, you have access to the storyline. Like, I don't give a fuck about the storyline. Tell me it's for a glider, I might care about it a little bit more.
There's a
Like,
glider.
Yeah, and I didn't know. And now, like, I apparently unlocked it, but I don't have enough experience. Like, I have enough to unlock it, but then there's experience. You have to
Yeah.
row to the glider, but I got my
It's-
raptor, and I'm
That's
just
how
like,
Guild Wars has always been.
ugh.
It seems like this is way better than Guild Wars 1.
But the part I have a problem with is like, okay, this is where I feel like Warhammer Online was like underappreciated because you could level up in every aspect in whatever way you chose. You could play PvP or quests or public quests or whatever you wanted to do, but you could level up the same and have the same amount of points to
Right.
put into whatever to be competitive in whatever. And
Yep.
so you could min max if you wanted and get there, or like just totally be like, no, I'm hardcore PvP, that's all I do. And like, but with Guild Wars 2, like, no, I can't ever get a glider unless I do this one thing. I can't ever get the
No,
raptor
Guild-
list
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 is very bad about being
limiting.
having content that is gated by
Mm.
content.
Especially in a situation where like their games, I would say, pretends to be focused around world versus world.
No,
because
not at all.
that's what I mean. It pretend like it's not
That's like
really.
That's a thing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they've not supported
absolutely.
it
But
nearly
but
enough.
when the game came out,
Yeah.
that was like such the big selling
Sure,
point.
well,
that was
but-
back then, but yeah, it hasn't been like that in a
And
long
forever.
time.
No,
it's
I
very
think
that's tertiary.
Right.
long
And
Yeah.
even their structured PvP is to the point now where it's barely supported by
Yeah.
the team, and they've kind of come out and admitted it in roundabout ways that it's not doing well, and like they pushed that so freaking hard, and
Mhm.
it always kind of bothered me that they pushed it so hard when I think there was a lot of other content they could have focused on, like with that
Mhm.
money they were spending on it, but. Their intent was, okay, esports is becoming this big thing, so we're going to make a part of our game
Oh,
esports,
yeah.
and it's going to popularize the game. But it was a flash in the pan sort of thing. So
Well, I don't think the folk. Okay, my thing with team-based PvP is that it maybe don't focus on the esports thing, but actually focus on having real competitive team.
no, make
sports.
it good. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Sure.
And then that will happen.
first, and then yes, exactly. I agree.
Good,
Um, But yeah, I think they're finally coming around, and like in the past year or two, I think they've finally started coming around to okay, what are we really good at, and they're focusing down that path. So
Their story stuff is pretty good though.
yeah, Path of Fire, like, and it's gotten way better. Like I admittedly like never finished the base storyline because it was so plotting, like the amount of like as I was thinking the other day, like the amount of like combat and monotonous stuff that you would do just to get through the story like was boring to me. And like with Heart of Thorns, they were starting to focus more on the story, and it was getting better. Like the story was getting better, and the amount of combat was starting to teeter off a little bit, but it was still real heavy. And the zone itself the zones themselves, I should say, were crazy hard to get through without other people around. And as a person, like the storyline's single player, so why am I having to go through this content that like so like group focused? But finally got through that, and now Path of Fire's out, and it's really like teetered the other way that you can get through the story by yourself. I did. Like I never had any help getting through that stuff. And the
How hard was the stuff towards the end?
it got hard, but like
Hot.
yeah.
Hmm.
But it felt fair.
It felt totally
Hot.
fair given what you
Okay.
were doing.
Well,
And I
that's a big change from some of the Guild Wars stuff.
Right. And I felt like
yeah.
the amount of combat and monotony had really like tapered off versus the amount of story that you were getting out of it. Which is,
Okay.
I think they struck a really, really good balance in my opinion with that stuff this time around, and still made like the world itself interesting enough to go out and do. Of course, now there's people complaining that, okay, with Heart of Thorns, you had these giant map wide meta events that were incredibly rewarding.
You
and
can't.
don't
People,
have that.
yeah,
you don't
people
have
like
that
the
in
one
Pathfinder.
thing aren't gonna like the other, and then people like didn't.
But that's the complaint for the more veteran people is that you don't have that in Path of Fire. So now people are leaving those zones and going back to Heart of Thorns to do these
Oh.
events.
Well, that's good because I
Cool.
need people
Let
there.
'em go.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, I need people
No,
there to do that stuff.
It's been nice because now you have more of you have this part of the world within Path of Fire that is more exploratory and you can take your time through it, but then you still have this place you can go back to. And me myself, I appreciate Heart of Thorns a lot more now because I can go back and see the difference that was. Whereas when that was the only newest content, it sucked to me that I didn't always want to go through that as a group thing. But now I know, okay, if I want to do these big group events, I'm going to go back here and do that. Or
Yeah.
I can go to the new zones and just peter around and
It
enjoy
gives you some options. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, it's been very nice. It's a nice balance I
Optional.
have.
I like too that the new zone didn't totally abandon the old zone because like I just said, I didn't even realize I had bought the other expansion. So I have never done any of that. So from what I've heard is like that whole area I've been told that whole area has been abandoned and there's no way I can even do it.
Where? In the Heart of Thorn stuff?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can still. There's like if you do the looking for group stuff, if you want to go around and just get like the hero points or just the masteries, people run like groups around.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good,
you just go looking for group and find one that says like HP train or mastery train or something. Join in on it and then just follow the train going around and getting all that stuff.
Good, because I've heard completely the opposite of that. So
Is the Halloween maze out now?
No,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I'll have to start playing so I can level up. That's the only time I play. It's in the
F
maze.
everything. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no one to level up. I don't think. I think I have it's not a Reaver. It's the.
Necromancer?
Is
No.
this Serenity?
I have a Necro.
Revenant?
I think you're thinking of Reaver or Revenant.
Revenant? Is that the class?
Rubbers.
Rubbers.
Like, that's the only
Rubber.
non-80 I have. So I'll throw her into the mix, right? And
Sure.
tag that stuff.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I
tag
came
that
back and
shit.
I had the auto 80 and I had so many experience crap ton things. So I have one character that's not 80.
Yeah.
And she's like 60. So it's not really a big deal.
Cool.
Well, it's weird. They just give you away like so many things. But the cool thing is, like, it seems stupid to give you so many levels, but the way they level down every area, everything remains challenging. So every time you go into an area and do quests in that area, you're always challenged. And so it's really, I would say that the leveling system is kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, I was actually just
Overall.
about to say the same thing. It's to the point now where leveling is so easy, and I think at some point they almost are going to start everybody at 80 because that's not the
it's
progression in
not
the
the
game.
focus. Yeah.
The only reason that you have those levels, I think, now is for real new player, for them to get accustomed to the way the game plays. I think
Yeah.
that's the only reason you would keep that in.
Maybe.
I do like the way they have avoided just completely like raising the overall level cap, and it still
Yeah.
means something. Yeah.
Totally. They've given you totally challenging areas and different puzzles to solve.
Yeah,
And it's in a different way.
but
Yeah.
with the needing of masteries and elite specs, that's kind of the progression now past 80. That's
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it feels more like a incremental. You can climb this ladder
you can
versus
still be-
just
you can just be
the
80
level
without
cap in
being-
this game is 160.
Yeah.
And
Like logging
it just
into
seems-
WoW and you're like,
Grind,
level
grind.
what?
Like I don't even know where to start. It's so insurmountable.
Yeah.
Well, they're so just kind of arbitrary, just artificially there to.
Mhm.
Well, we got an expansion. We got to add 10 levels. Like,
But
Yeah.
you really just want to experience the content. So give me
Yeah.
just something to master in that area, really.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
and I think WoW will get rid of levels eventually because it's like now the content scales with you anyway. So it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what level you
Yeah.
are.
I
Like,
think
Well,
Guild
yeah,
Wars-
and for everything they've been saying, hey, here's a level just 160. Just to it's kind of negates.
I
all
think
that
Guild
stuff.
Wars 2 is kind of I don't know, blazing that trail, I guess, in terms of acceptance in the community. So
Yeah, no, you don't need to constantly have level cap.
yeah, like people, it's not the level they're chasing; it's the people who want to be the top, and it doesn't matter if that's a level or whatever the goal is. That's their goal.
Yeah.
So.
Right. And like the top gear and stuff in Guild Wars is kind of like almost pointless. Like the only time you need anything above like exotic gear to do anything in the game is if you want to like seriously get into raiding. And it's like the amount, like the incremental amount of difference of the gear, like the bonus that you get from that, from making like ascended gear over exotic, is so minute. It makes a difference for the people that are min-maxing for raids, but beyond that, like I've never had a need for that. And most of the gear progression is actually not even in the numbers of the gear. It's, ooh, this is shinier, I like this.
Yes. When I made or when I got the new expansion, one of the things I got was a 80 level boost, and so I put it on my ranger. And I was gonna put it on my ranger, and I realized she was like level 10. I'm like, she didn't really look how I wanted her to look anymore. And since she was so low level, I was like, redo. And so I redid her, made her level 80. The gear she has is better than what's dropping even now.
Okay.
And I've finished my storyline. I finished the first storyline in Heart of Thrones, and now I finished the first storyline and I got my Raptor. So now I'm going back to Heart of Thrones. But like her stuff is still like, I'm dropping stuff in no time.
Sure.
I mean, it does take some skill in some situations. Like, okay, don't just stand out in the open, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's not difficult either, you know?
They start off pretty decent.
Yeah. Like, they're like that stuff that they give you, because they give you like a whole gear when you upgrade. It's not like you're nude when they give you that level 80. They give you the stuff. Yeah. You can take it off if you want, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but
that's the Guild Wars 2 update.
that is the Guild Wars update. Jason,
Yeah.
what have you been doing for the last month?
Right. I've been working at home.
No. Gaming or
Oh.
TV or movies. What's your sitch?
I've been playing some Guild Wars.
Have you?
Okay.
We're all about it.
Here's what I'm really pumped and ticked about. So I've been playing some Golf Story on Nintendo Switch.
Oh no.
Golf Story?
Golf Story.
I know where this is going.
Which I absolutely adore the game. It's a kind of old Camelot Nintendo Game Boy Advance, Game Boy golf role playing.
Stroking out.
Yes, well, because it's so it's on Switch, and it's a awesome story golf game. And I was really into it, and then all of a sudden I got really deep in the campaign, and I saved, I quit out, and I logged back in, and my dude's super tiny, and I can only move in one direction. And I can't interact with anybody, I can't golf, and I'm really upset.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
I think maybe you should look at it as a blessing, possibly.
No, but I was really into the game.
Aww.
So I looked online, and it's a small developer, so I'm not going to get a bunch of shit. And they were saying, that's a known issue. We're submitting a patch, and Nintendo just has to clear it. That was over a week ago, and I've been checking every day.
I'm sorry.
They haven't, like, the patch isn't there, and I've been looking at on their social media, and they haven't tweeted about the patch in like a week.
Is there? Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
It's like play Golf World.
It's like one of the best games I've played in a long time, and I'm fucked.
It's up there with Firewatch.
Hey.
I mean, it's all making sense now. But...
It's really close, and you know what, Brent? I like what I like, so
No, don't be mean.
Can you just play another
you're the
game?
one who brought it up.
Wait, I
was
seen
just
you
trying
playing...
to get a
Oh, I'm trying to change the
comparison.
I haven't seen you playing another game lately to take the space.
Which
of that.
one?
That's a private thing, I think.
The cartoony game?
That's the golf one.
Cuphead?
No, No, the one I saw you before we went to dinner tonight.
Cuphead!
Okay, quit yelling at me.
He's so angry.
I think
I
he's kind of
know.
yelling at me, but
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
really.
I feel it.
I've been playing some Cuphead. The game
What's
looks great.
What's it called?
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Yes.
It's like Buckethead.
Cuphead, but like I want an MMO with like that artist style. Like that is phenomenal. Like I
Mhm.
don't like that. That would be amazing to me.
Yeah,
That,
we're
like,
moving
whole
on from
world.
Ghost Story, but yeah, Cuphead looks.
I don't
good.
want to play the game he's playing, but I want that world in an MMO. Like,
Is it-
that
is it-
artist style's fantastic.
Is it like
Cuphead
the
looks
Goat
good.
Simulator
Yeah.
MMO?
No,
No.
no.
Cuphead's like 1930s cartoon style.
Yeah.
It looks
Looks
really good.
Okay, like the Mickey
It's
Mouse.
it's fine to play.
Old school Looney Tunes stuff.
Fine to
Yeah.
play.
It's okay.
What? Oh,
Okay.
you say it's a little too difficult for enjoyment purposes?
No, like the difficulty I don't have a problem with. It's just it's
Then what?
not that fun.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fair.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks
Big-
amazing.
yeah. It's
Well,
a game.
And it has really good reviews.
Yeah, it does.
I think a lot of that people.
I'd
forget.
rather be playing Golf Story.
Or what
I
about
think-
PUBG? You haven't played that in a while.
I think people forgive a lot of it because of how great it looks. Honestly,
Probably.
Not PUBG, but yeah.
no, I'm not talking about PUBG.
They're gonna put Volkswagen vans in PUBG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Hey
totally
Brent,
play
hey
that.
Brent, tell us about PUBG. How's that going?
Yeah. I got my first chicken dinner. Okay, we can move on.
Well, what's that? Was that when you win the first place prize?
No, it's when you get
Yeah.
second.
Oh, well, that's
Chi-
dumb.
The Chinese food is when you get
How
first.
did it work out getting second?
Jason,
That's
hey
pretty
Jason, hey Jason, fuck you, fuck you in your anus. How's that? There you go.
That's the other game they were talking about. The old fuck you in the anus game.
Which is not a bad game.
Anus.
I guess it depends on whatever you're into, but whatever. So, how's
Sounds-
PUBG,
sounds
Brent?
good. It's fine.
Brent.
Not as good as Ingress, right?
No, not as good as Ingress.
I like Ingress. So I don't know, like where we left off at the last point because things happen. But I've been playing Ingress. I'm up to level 6, and I'm
Oh,
really
wow.
enjoying it.
Nice.
And the only problem I have is like, seems like iPhone had an update where when you're driving, it shuts everything down. And it even tells you, like, it seems like you are driving. And you could say, I'm not driving, even though you are. But it seems like it's like your position is locked all the time. And it is really frustrating. But it seems like ever since they did that update, I can't play Ingress while I drive,
Oh,
which is
Well,
probably healthy and good.
probably good.
but when-
yeah.
No, but when I'm the passenger, it sucks. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not driving. Like, let me be the master of my domain here. And, like,
Huh.
I'm on a device. I'm not driving. Let me check into some stuff and hack some stuff. Like, that's not fair
No,
that
I
you're
wonder,
making this assumption.
when you first updated and it goes, "Hey, we've got this new feature," you can actually say no.
I just say yes all the time.
So maybe you just need to go into settings and find where you turn off the main thing. Because mine never asked me now
Oh.
after I said it that one time. I said, no, I don't want this feature.
But are you an iPhone person?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, well, then maybe I can do that.
Uh,
Maybe. Because it seems like my location updates are drastically. Because the
I could
problem I have
definitely
is,
see
like,
that. There's
I have this one spot I stop on the way to work and it has like 3 spots right there in the circle, and it like won't update for like ever. So it's like now I don't even bother. But it's like I park, I stop, I even got out and walked around, restarted the app and everything. And it's like, okay, I'm clearly walking, I'm not driving. I'm being not like the person playing the game. And it's been 5 minutes. I don't have time to sit here for like,
Half an
20
hour,
minutes in
yeah.
my morning to like wait for the stupid game to update. Like,
so they're supposed to be like try to do like a figure 8 with the phone. I know it sounds stupid, but it's supposed to hit like the gyro and and it's supposed to trigger it to update.
I'll
But
try.
iOS has always had an issue though, where like it tries to predict it if you're driving to keep you on the road. So like even if you're like off the road trying to get to a portal, sometimes it'll try to keep you on the road. So that is something that's always kind of bugged me
No,
about
that's
iOS.
BS. Because half the time, I'm on the road. I'm right next. I've literally parked next to the sign, and it has me sitting inside a building a block away. That's garbage.
Sounds like you have something messed up with your phone.
Maybe my phone's messed up. Maybe.
But that sucks. But you're 6.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 6 is easy to get to. And in my community, the people are super hardcore and mean. And I kind of got creeped out because the one guy who was the main guy at my work, which is 45 minutes away, the one night, 2 weeks ago, he was a block away from my house, capturing my points. And I was like, that's the same guy. That's creepy a little bit. That's the same guy. Is it creepy, or is that how the game is played?
Well, maybe he actually is like you and works in town but lives out near there. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's Brent.
Brent doesn't.
Just
No,
a
Brent's not
12-hour
in
drive. And
Michigan for that.
and fuck resistance. I wouldn't be blue. Not even for
Yeah!
Uh,
This guy's blue.
3 sides, right, guys?
No, just 2.
This is just the 2.
There's only 2 sides.
Blue and green.
Yeah. Blue and
There needs to
green.
be 3.
Green's the best.
I'd probably play that game if there was 3 sides.
Oh, what color would you be then? Not green or blue, probably.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, yellow and blue make green.
Fuchsia.
It's true.
So you might as well just skip the whole combination thing and
Yeah.
join green.
Purple.
What?
Needs to be a purple. Red.
Ah.
Well, that was a
Yeah.
good show.
Anyway, we had a good show, I think, and it was a nice welcome back after we've only been gone a month, but people listening to us, we've been gone 2 months because I didn't upload the last month until today. So sorry about that, guys.
Hey, quick update.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Devils are no longer undefeated.
I apologize for your loss.
Yeah.
But are they at a pace to go 60-4?
Doesn't matter, Jason. They're not undefeated.
They kind of look like shit tonight.
It's like me last week in my fantasy football league, where now I'm not undefeated, so F everyone else.
Yep.
I'm just a loser like all
Wow.
of you.
They're still better than the
No,
Flyers.
no, you aren't.
I
Yes.
am. I'm just
the
like
Devils are still better than the Flyers.
a freaking loser.
They might be
Go
better
Birds.
than the Red Wings. Go Birds. But we'll see.
Did you say Goldbergs?
Bird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. They have wings. It's a bird.
It's a fucking wheel with a wing on it.
Wings are
A wing, go
birds.
Birds!
Wing?
An
No,
ostrich
no.
is a bird.
Caw!
Wings that freaking walks.
If I take a bird and I
Bird.
chop its wings off, I'm not going to hold up the wing part of it and say, this is a bird.
No, that's just,
Right, but
that
birds
doesn't
have
even-
wings and the
No,
Red Wings
the-
have
What
wings.
the
so
fuck
I
is
don't
going
know
on
what
here?
you're-
No,
I don't know what
the
you're
Am I
talking
stroking
about.
out?
singularity. The singularity has wings.
No.
If you chop up a woman, you've just
Yeah.
been a disgusting human
They
being. And
have wings.
chopped
That's
up a
why you have
woman,
cancer.
yeah, look at you're bad at making analogies.
Would that, did I go too far?
A little
No,
bit.
I don't
Well,
care.
yeah, it's
Well,
horrible.
not for him, but probably for listeners.
Sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
okay, where did the term Red Wing come from for the team? Like, where did
Because
they...
of women on their periods.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I don't think that's where they got the name.
That's not what that's from?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where's it from then?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Go Birds.
Yeah.
Did you say
call.
Goldbergs? Do y'all watch the Goldbergs?
No.
I
No.
do watch some of it. It's okay.
Jason does because he's home a lot.
Huh. So the
ladies
name
and
was
gentlemen, do you wanna
changed to
say-
the Red Wings to curry favor with Detroit's auto industry.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
want to
sure.
say hello
Named after the Winged Wheelers.
tonight.
Yep, go Birds.
It to
It's not a fucking bird.
guys.
They have
guys,
wings.
Dummies. Hey, dummies. Morons.
Shannon. Steve, she's talking to you.
I want to say hello to Stratix Gaming.
Yeah, it used to be Falcons.
Chatting in our chat here. You guys are.
Hey, I used to play Pokemon Go. I still do every once in a
Yeah.
while, but
They're
they really
annoying.
fucked it
I'm
up
sorry,
with that whole
Cal.
raid
Yeah.
shit, so I don't play as much anymore. So maybe they'll fix it.
Oh, I know Stratus Gaming. He's a fellow Always Sunny fan.
We did actually used to play Pokemon Go. Ingress is better.
I missed doing the Always Sunny cast. It had to get canceled because Steve got
Because
cancer.
Steve got cancer.
So y'all should.
Had to effing ruin the whole thing.
So y'all should fuck that D&D shit and let's
Hey,
all go to
I have an
Houston
idea.
and play Ingress Anomaly and cuddle with Slurms while he does his
I would
cancer
love to
blood
cuddle
work.
this big blanket, just snuggled up. It'd be great. Can you sue cancer though for fucking up our podcast idea?
Yeah. What about that?
Because cancer seems like a big corporation thing.
I should take it to court.
You should take
Yeah.
it down. You should finally
Just
beat it.
Get rid of cancer for everybody.
Court of law.
Yeah, really effed up your podcasting plans.
It did.
Yeah.
We would have been big time with that show.
Actually, you were doing pretty good.
Well, I didn't look at the numbers over.
Yeah, you were doing pretty good.
Whatever.
Eh,
Go Birds.
yeah.
No birds.
Love and
But
happiness.
not the Red Wings because they're not fucking birds.
They are birds.
They're not fucking
are.
birds.
Right,
Mo
but they
Town
kind of are.
flying
But they're not in
birds.
any way a bird.
Yeah.
They have wings.
That's so do maxi
It's a
pads.
bird!
Right, and I would welcome the
Bird.
flock.
No, you wouldn't.
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he said
I'm
he
not
would.
sexist. I would welcome.
You
a
know what?
bird.
Actually, the judgment all goes to Jason on this.
No, it
so,
doesn't.
yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It
Yup.
does.
Yup.
Yup.
We'll
Yep.
talk to somebody
Airplanes
about.
are part of birds. Go Birds.
So I'm
Okay.
confused. What's not a
Every time I
bird?
fly, I'm
Okay.
like, go Birds.
Yeah,
Shannon,
actually,
last
guys,
time we flew, didn't I say go Birds?
guys, we do need to pause for a moment because it has been 2 months since anyone's heard us.
We have
And I
to
don't
flap
even
our
know-
wings.
I'm out. I don't know if anyone knows this whole thing, but we did talk about it in football last season, I think. But it's been a while. But Jason has a Go Birds stance on football. We do like the Seattle Seahawks, and it has culminated. And we found there's actually a Reddit. It's called Reddit/r/cacaw, and it is about bird themed teams fan bases. Like it's a thing. It's actually a thing. It's actually kind of funny. And so Jason already had this going, and we made T-shirts at the last Super Bowl party we went to. Didn't really help, but you know, whatever. Anyway, we kind of base all of our fandoms on whether or not they're birds or not. And Red Wings are a bird.
Yep.
So,
We did some research, and
and
yep.
penguins
Yep.
are not. Penguins are not.
Nope, they suck.
They,
Penguins aren't.
you know,
I don't like penguins.
You know what? You know what,
Okay.
Steve?
It is.
Steve, I can't help it. It's just the decision we
That's
have to
how it
accept.
is.
you know what it takes for a bird to be a bird.
Nope. Let's cut out, Brent.
Oh, I
So-
can't hear him!
Wait,
I can't
is
hear
it because it's a tire with wings? It's not a bird.
We've lost Steve. We've lost Steve.
Yeah, apparently we can't get his audio. Might as well shut this down. Go, Kart Brothers!
Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here, Brent!
I'm not saying it
Get the fuck out of here!
We've got it on recording.
until I
We can make-
explain to you people what makes a
make you
bird a
say it.
bird.
Get it out of here! Get the fuck out of here! That,
That's
let's
not
hit
me.
it!
Yeah, airplanes are birds.
I
It's
had
fine.
to mic it.
Bird has to have feathers.
Nope. Oh,
Go Kart
Actually-
Brothers.
Red Wings emblem has feathers.
Go
But it's a
Kart
fucking
Brothers.
emblem. It's not a living thing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that. I
You
haven't,
know
Kart
what?
Brothers.
We
I
don't
haven't
judge.
seen every living thing
Go
on the
Kart
planet
Brothers.
of the Earth, so I don't fucking know if it really is or not.
We're
So
not.
Go Kart Brothers.
I can't really know